is Mary, the lovely green butterfly, Corrine are already on. Hello, and already 2 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Well, if I look a little drained today, well, it's because I am once again. We'll talk about that further into our live. Welcome, everyone. This is Well Crochet Designs, a normal weekly live. I say normal, there's nothing normal about me or the actual channel. I'm lying. We are good peoples here. And we all know that, don't we, peoples? I hope everyone is well today. Lots and lots to discuss. And as you know, the big news that I've been keeping a secret for 5 weeks. How good am I to keep a secret? Not 10, 5. I don't even know how I did that, keeping a secret for 5 weeks. How cool is these? Are these secrets? Check that out. That's our very first, oh, it's all stuck on my chair. That's our very first project that we are making here on the channel. This will be a paid pattern on my website in about probably another month and a half time. Now, the only reason is because I've created this one. I'm halfway through the extra small, as you know. No, not extra small, just a small, as you know. And I'm just started the medium just to work out some sizes and get the sizing right before everything goes up for sale. Hence the fact that I did these nails. These were supposed to have been finished 2 weeks ago when I first did these nails, and they weren't. But hey, not bad for 5 weeks. I did the 2 cardigans. I did all the projects on the channel, plus I finished some personal work for myself. So those are the things you don't see. I might get them out and do a whole video on that one day. Just some work, the items that I like to wear, you know, even around the house. Because I get some like really cheap old yarn and I make a little, like, you know, little singlety top vest, and it goes over a t-shirt. When it's really cold in the house and I don't want to wear a jumper or a cardigan, I tend to create those little things. They're like little vests, but not. They're just like, they look like singlet tops on top of your shirts and things. So there you go. Let's go back and say hello to everyone, because I missed all that with all the excitement. Hello, lovely Liz. Welcome. Auntie T is in the house in the corner as well. And Mixie is here. Elaine is here. Hello. We said hello to Green Butterfly. Hello, Elaine, again. Extremely cool. Thank you. Mary, want to make us secrets? Let's talk about that in a minute. I will pay for both patterns. Thank you, Elaine. They'll both be up eventually. This one will be up before we do the tutorial. However, there will be a tutorial that you can follow along, and we'll talk about the stitching later. And really, we'll have a discussion about that because I wanted to talk about it. Hello, Bonnie, and hello, Paula. And yes, let's talk about, I want to hold out until everyone's on, but at least get everyone going for what happened with this. Now let's tell you, let's talk about what happened with First Thursday. Hello, Raylene. I would say good morning and Raylene at the same time. Hello, Raylene. I hope you are well. First Thursday, it was hilarious, guys. If you had a camera watching me that day, look, these things only happen to me. I'm telling you. You love both sweaters. Okay, and it's funny because I think in the US where you're from, you call them sweaters. We call them cardigan or jumpers here. These are called cardigans. The one we are making is going to be, we're making this on the channel. And the concept will be exactly the same as this. So when you purchase this pattern, you'll know how to do it. When I say, right, carry the yarn this way, I'll tell you to go and have a look at this tutorial, which is not up yet, but will be up. And you can see this one here is like an extra, extra large. It's not for me. So you'll be making this one on the channel as a jumper, okay? What is a jumper? Like a sweater, Elaine. Like a sweater, but not with buttons or anything. Just you put it over your head. It's like a sweater, yeah? They call them sweater or cardigans, but I can't spell. Oh, that's all right, Bonnie. It's a sweater. Thank you, Mary Wanamaker. It is like a sweater, and you guys will be making your sweater, okay, or your jumper. And if you want to make a cardigan, you purchase the pattern and you use the same concept. We're using the same stitches, all the same stitches, even your colored stitches you see here. We're using all of that. Oh, Gina has done a super chat. You know what, guys? I forgot the book. Gina, hello. Thank you so much for doing that wonderful super chat. And you know, $2.50 of that is going towards Bendigo, the Australian Sheep and Wool Show coming up in July. Thank you so much, Gina. All right, I want everyone to wait here while I go and get the book. I had everything set up last night, but I really need my book. Sweater. Hang on, guys. Just, you know, talk amongst yourselves. Try not to get into any trouble, okay? Be good. Be good. Sorry, guys, sorry. Did anyone touch any yarn? Hello. How naughty. I was organised yesterday. In fact, I've got everything here except the book. All right. So there's a lot of people questioning what's happening now. As you know, I've been just keeping this a secret for some time now. And it's been five weeks in the making. We've done 2 cardigans, halfway through, 3/4 of the way through the 3rd cardigan, and halfway, no, not halfway, about a 1/3 through the 2nd one, as you saw in first Thursday of the month's video uploaded on Thursday. Yay. Who touched the yarn? Gina. Hi, Pamela. Lovely to have you here. And maybe go out and come back in. All right, guys, don't be trouble, all right? Don't make me get upset. Guys, I have to tell you the story of first Thursday. Now, in first Thursday's video, because I was in such a hurry to get it out because of what happened with my camera work, if you're not sure what happened, I'll explain that in a minute. More actually happened on the day, right? My job was to go to a garden called Queen's Park here, locally. It's not far. It's about a 10-15 minutes drive. My job was to drive there, get the photos, and do the tutorial there. Not the tutorial, the video there. I just wanted to surprise you. These colors look simply divine in the daylight. So I thought natural daylight. I thought, you know what? That was a last minute thing. I thought about it first thing Thursday morning, right? But then I thought, you know what? I was halfway through making the final part of this ribbing you see here, and I hadn't done the ribbing on the neck. Oh, I'm going further out. The ribbing on the neck is done after you complete the front ribbing, okay? So I thought, you know what? I'll complete the front ribbing, get the buttons on, do the top ribbing. It shouldn't take too long. But I kept messing it up. I kept getting the count wrong. I thought, how come this side of the ribbing is 72 rows and the other side is 92 rows? I can't be 20 rows out. And this took me forever to work out. And then I worked out what I was doing. And it's something that you guys might make the same mistake when you're doing it. And I'll explain it in the tutorial. I was not going in every second row to join our ribbing. And you'll know about that when we're doing it. I was accidentally going in every first row. So one side of the cardigan had so many rows in that one section and not enough rows in the other, which is the way it should have been. One side should have been every second row. And I couldn't figure out, it was like a whole section of it that I just kept putting double the amount of rows in. And I'm thinking, what am I doing wrong? By this stage, it was 11 o'clock in the morning. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get the video out. I haven't even started recording. So I finished that eventually, got it done. The top part was very simple. I get that done very easy, which is odd really, because that's the part where a lot of people have trouble with. But I got that done real quickly. I might have taken 10 minutes to do the top part, right? I thought, right, that's it. I'm going to pack the bags. I'm going to go off to the park. I'm going to take the photos and do the recording. And we're going to have the recording in natural daylight, right? That was the plan. As you don't know, guys, but I don't usually leave the house very often. So when I do leave the house, things always go wrong. I hope I'm not yelling. But I hopped into the car, drove there okay. Park was massive. There were people everywhere. I thought, do I do it today? Is it going to be that noisy? It was a perfect day that Thursday. I have never seen a most perfect autumn day than that Thursday, right? He's watching you. Well, hello, Pilot. Did you say Pilot? Hello, Pilot. Hello. And I'll talk to everyone in a minute. So I get to the park and I had so much. I had the stand to carry. I was like this. I had 3 bags because I bought all this gear with me, all what you see here, and I'm carrying them like this. And I stepped over a like a frame, started walking, and in a row there was all these elderly gentlemen, right? They're all staring at me like this. And then I realized either there's something wrong with the gear that I've got, maybe I look silly, or I'm standing in something. So I looked down, and there I was in the middle of their bocce game. And I said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And they're laughing at me, like half of them were Italian, so they were talking Italian, right? So I turned around and I said, I'm sorry in Italian. And then I couldn't shut them up. Oh, she's Italian. They're talking in Italian. It just went on forever. And I thought, look, I really have to go work. So I said, I'm so sorry that I walked inside your bocce game, right? How did I not see it, right? So all I did, this is like 3 seconds out of the car. All I did was take my foot out of the bocce game and into the grass. And I was wearing sandals, wasn't I? But anyway, so I was wearing sandals, and I take that second foot out. And when I took it out, there was like a stick with all these little, from a tree or something. I hit the stick went up in the air and straight back down into my foot, into one of my toes. That wasn't like deep in there, but it was stuck into my toe. So I pull this thing out. I'm still carrying all this gear. I hadn't put anything down yet. So I pull out this stick and think, oh my God, Father. I had one job, get out of the car and walk into the park. I hadn't even started. I thought, I can handle this. So at this stage, 6 or 7 minutes have passed, and all I've done was cause chaos, right? So I start walking. So I turn around and say, oh, I know exactly where the car is parked. I don't want to get lost, because that's the kind of person I am, right? I get a bit disoriented. So I walk to a certain area where you see in the photos of that video, see like a pole. That was actually like a little stand where someone can go and sing and entertain. It was like a little stand, right? It's a little bit wet from rain, which I found really odd because it hadn't rained for a while, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I worked around it and I took some gorgeous photos. Taking the photos, now I was on my own, right? And the camera I had was a phone. It was an S21, right? So I put it on the stand, and what you do is you set a timer and you go back and you take the photo. And you set the timer, you go back and you take the photo. So it times 5 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. Well, it wasn't working because I was working up a sweat running up and down, with the photo. I said, you know what? I'll do the voice command. All these people around, right? Now, there's so many commands that you can use. I think it's cheese or capture or shoot, SHOOT, right? And I couldn't get capture and cheese to work. So I started shouting out, shoot, right? And it was working. I thought, great, it worked. I didn't think of the word, right? And then at one stage I go, shoot. And you could hear the I'm thinking, what are they worried for? I'm working on a camera here. But the word shoot, it didn't even dawn on my head about how bad that sounded right there in the park. So every 5 seconds it's shoot and shoot. Turn around, shoot. And I swear, they call the cops. And this still is only 20 minutes into my arrival at the park, right? And there was this young couple, and that was smooching and carrying on, which is, that's okay. It happens, right? And one of the girls turned around and she went, you are hilarious, halfway through their, smooching carrying. And I went, they were listening to me the whole time. They were listening to me talk to a camera. Anyway, so all that happened, and I thought, right, it was getting late. It was 2 p.m. in the afternoon by the time I took all the photos, and I thought, I'll take the video. So I set it up, start recording. I went 20 minutes into the video. The whole time I had gotten so used to the sound of all the noise that it didn't dawn on me about how loud this was. So I go around the corner, I take 20 minutes worth in the end, or 10 or 15, I can't remember, it was a lot. And I play it back, and all you could hear is trucks, cars, horns, people, and then people laughing. Someone was having a chat about private conversation. You heard that on the phone as well. It was hilarious. I thought, oh my gosh, I can't use this video footage. All you could hear was me in the background going, and everybody else was on the camera. I thought, oh my God. And then there were people behind me going, I didn't even see that because they were behind me. And it was just nonstop. So I was so angry. I deleted it. I thought, and I shouldn't have deleted it because that would have been funny footage. I deleted the whole thing. I thought, right, at this stage, by the time I was finished, it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I thought, oh my gosh, I haven't recorded anything. I had blood on the foot. I was in a lot of pain. I was angry. I was grumpy. Packed everything up like a loser. Started walking and thought, oh my God, Father, where's the car? So I'm walking around the park. And then I thought, wait a minute. I remember the bocce. So I thought, all I have to do is find the bocce. Actually, it was a physically made bocce for them in the park. So that was good. And that helped me find the car. Because I know I parked right outside the bocce. So I found the car, get in. I drive home. Look, the driver's fine. So I get to the gardens. Right? Gardens. So I get to my area and I thought, oh my gosh, I've got no vegetables for dinner tonight. I had meat out. So I thought, I'll go to the vegetable market, fruit and veggie market, rush in real quick, run in, get the veggies, come out. And I said to the lady, look, I'm in such a hurry. Can we just like this, please? And she goes, oh, I'm sorry. Right now, this very moment, our systems are down. What does that mean? I was angry at this stage. She says, well, we don't accept a card right now. I said, look, I've got $11 on me, okay, in cash. Just take the card. She goes, no, you don't understand. The computer's down. Like she was trying to be really nice, but I was so grumpy. And I said, all right, computer's down. Okay, this is essentials just for dinner. So let's take the essentials. I didn't have a chance to pass on essentials. They were just there. She picks up the chestnuts. There was all these other vegetables. And she puts them in a scarf. What are you doing? Give me the chestnuts back. Let's just take the essentials. She goes, aren't chestnuts essentials for dinner? I said, do you eat chestnuts for dinner? It just went, it was just hilarious. Anyway, so we put the chestnuts back. She picks up the milk. Give me back that milk. So I started passing her just the fruit and vegetables. I swear. And then I get home. It gets worse, guys. It didn't stop the whole day. I get home and I thought, oh my gosh, this room was being used during the day. So I thought, you know what? I'll do the recording in my old area where I used to record when I did, vlogs, video vlogs. So I go to the old area. I'm forgetting at this stage. It's already afternoon now. I still hadn't recorded anything. So I thought, oh my gosh, it's a little dark here now because, it gets darker quicker now that we've turned the clocks back. So I'm sitting there. I bring on my one light I bring in to face me this way because the window had some light on this way. I did the whole recording. I thought, thank God, Father, it's done, right? So I get in, set it up on the computer. At this stage, it's 5:15. Set up on the computer. You can only see this side of the work because it got dark. I don't think half a jumper. Anyway, so I felt like I actually edited it right into 5:45. I edited it and I thought whatever it was, 5:30. I thought, oh my God, Father, I can't use it. I literally spent hours, about an hour, almost half an hour editing this thing that I couldn't use. I thought, what am I doing? I can't use it. I can't use it. So I deleted it. And then I came in here because by that time everybody was finished using the room. It was the evening. The working day was over for them. Anyway, so I came in here and I edited. It literally took me maybe the 20 minutes that you saw that video, 26 minutes that video was, it would have taken me 27 or 8 minutes to do that with all the rushing and the talking so fast that I missed a lot of stuff. I'm sorry I haven't talked to anybody on the chat, but it was the funniest day ever. It was just, you guys would have laughed. If there was a camera watching me do the whole day, I swear it would be the basis of a major comedy movie. And then at the end of the day, when I finished editing, I was just staring at the television like this. There was no sound in my head. It was just me thinking, what happened? What happened today? And then I realized I made a few mistakes in the video, but I missed them when I uploaded it. So I'm not going to tell you what they are. If you pick them up, then thank you. But if you didn't, I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just leave it that they're there. But it was the most funniest day ever. I do apologize for it being so late, but there you go. I didn't want to talk about that during the video because look how long it's taken me, 20 minutes to talk about it now. You lost another 40 minutes on the video. I just wanted the video to be that only. Those two projects you see right there, plus the fact that we're going to be making the jumper in that rather than that as a tutorial. That will be a paid pattern on the website. That will be a paid pattern on the website. But this one will also be a tutorial here on the channel. Get excited, guys, because there are two things you can do with this as well. You don't have to use all these colors, okay? You don't have to. You could make it in one color exactly the same, but in one color. The only thing different is I just changed colors. So you can do the one color, or you can do all of the colors, or you can do your own color combination. Or like the young lady I'm making this one here for, I made, as you can see, I've put the pink ribbing here and the pink ribbing on top and pink on the sleeves. That was my design. My initial design is this one here. She says, oh, Mary, I'm more into the earthy colors. Can you give me green here, green on the sleeves, green everywhere, except I want orange up the top. And then I want to change the color combination. I said, okay, we can do that. As long as the design doesn't change, then that's okay. We can do that. So now I'm going to have 2 different color combinations, and I'll have a 3rd color combination for the medium size. However, in all sizes, you will have your own color combination that you like. So let's say when you're ready to purchase, if you wanted to purchase the kit and caboodle, which it'll happen, you'll get your pattern, your yarn, your hook, your scissors, your sewing needle. You'll get everything in the one kit, the yarn. You'll get it all. It'll all be in the one kit. You can say, right, I'm a size 18, whatever it is your size are, I can size 7, size 6, 5, whatever it is, and I want the 1st color combination. So you pick that one. I want the 2nd color combination with my size. So you pick that one. I want the 3rd color combination in my size. So you pick that one. So you have a choice of your own color combination in those colors. If you want to choose your own color combination, that is a kit that would have to be made up, so it might cost you that little bit more, right? But you'll have the 3 different types of color combinations, and you'll also have a lighter version of this when that happens. I haven't done the lighter version yet. That's coming. That will be like an extra small, and just so it'll be a lot quicker to make. Well, these took me forever. So I just want to let everyone know that video was a chaos. It wasn't supposed to go up on the Thursday. I'm telling you now, had I recorded it Wednesday, and I would have done if I had finished the ribbing on this cardigan. And then it wouldn't have been so much of a drama. I would have recorded it Wednesday. All that chaos probably would have happened Wednesday, and by Thursday would have been organized. But that's what happens when you're not ready. I did have this cardigan. This cardigan's been done for 2 weeks. I've been keeping that a big secret. And I've been wanting to tell everybody for 2 weeks, and I haven't. So I missed all the chat, and I do apologize in advance. Look at all the chat. Oh, my gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I did miss a lot. Oh, my God, Father. Oh. I'll have to leave and come back. Can't see anyone. Oh, that's a shame. I hope she did come back quick enough. I'm back. Did it work? Yeah, I was here, hun. I just went to get my book. I'm sorry, Bonnie. My 13-year-old son is watching. Yes, we discussed that. His name is Pilot. Hello, Pilot. I can see people now. All of the weirdness disappeared. Oh, that's interesting. Welcome back, Bonnie. Teresa's laughing, as you do. And oh, Mary says, Mary Wanamaker, the greenie. Oh, no, it was hilarious. Love the Italians. Love those Italians, Mary, hey? Hello, Karen. Hello, I missed all of that. Mary, oh, Bonnie, you're hilarious. Did they call the cops? I'm surprised no one did. Oh dear, oh dear. These things only happen to me. I leave the house and that's what happens. I never leave the house. No, that's not true. I leave the house to go grocery shopping. And that's always chaos. What a crazy. It just was hilarious, Mary. And the funny thing was I literally slept at 9:30 that night. I popped the video up and I was out like a light. I was just staring for ages. And then in the evening, I don't even remember what time I fell asleep on the couch. As you do. It was hilarious. Have you heard of America's Funniest Videos? You could start Australia's Funniest Videos. We had that years ago. I don't know what's happened to that. She needs someone to follow her. I know, right, Mary? That was hilarious. I wish I'd had the camera going then. We did have one, didn't we, Kiki? Yes, we did. Already planned my colours, decided on pastel rainbow. Nice, very nice. Planned, said Kiki. Yeah, we got you. You did great keeping that a secret. Look, I'm telling you, Corrine, I'm not really good at keeping secrets. But you know what? I really did well with this. In fact, I know family members who did know about it. I'm not sure if you knew, Teresa, because I haven't had you here at the house for some time yet. And I don't remember bringing that one there out to you. And I don't remember even saying whether I'm doing that one there. I can't remember. But one of my sisters came, we went to visit someone, and she came here and she saw them. She was, oh, they look all right. When are you going to do those? I said, I don't know, because it's taking so long. And that was like 3 weeks away. So I literally finished that one a week after she came. And that one there, it took maybe 2.5 weeks to create. But it was really more of a copy of that one, but not using all the colours. So it was quite easy. Now, you haven't been here for a while, Therese. That's why. And we actually haven't seen each other. Well, give me a call. I'll call you. We haven't seen each other for a while, so she hasn't seen these. So no one's actually, one sister has only seen this one here. And only half of it, because when she came, only half of it was made, and it was sitting on the table. And I said, look, I can't move it because I've got all these yarns attached to it. And she goes, oh, that's all right. Let it sit there. And I was working on it when she came, and we went to visit, and then we came back, and it was still sitting there waiting for me to work on it. And a week after she came, I finished that. So she hadn't actually seen the completed version, and no one has seen this one. I'm lying. My daughter has seen it. Obviously my son, because he lives here, but no one has actually seen this one. This one was one that I created. Literally, I reckon it took 2.5 to 3 weeks maximum, maybe less, because I did all of this. It's one stitch, super easy. This one here, this one's a little difficult because you're changing colors, but you know what, newbies, you can do this. If you're new to crochet, you can still do this. This one here is 2 stitches. I tell a lie. You've got your single crochet rows for the ribbing and your half double crochet row for the rest. Easy, finished, 1 stitch. Easy, easy, easy. I'm telling you, you will not find anything easier. If you get your measurements right, the rest will be easy. Super easy. The only difficult part, and I'll be honest with you here because I struggled with it, is attaching the ribbing. A lot of people make the ribbing to the measurement of the cardigan. That probably would have worked better. And then sew it to the cardigan. I didn't do that. I single crocheted across, chain 1, single crocheted back loops all the way across except the first stitch. I always do it in the main stitch. So single crochet across, slip stitched 1, slip stitch to the second row. That's what I should have done. And then single crocheted across, and then did the same backward and forward and backward and forward. And that would have worked perfectly if I went in the second stitch. I got halfway through and I kept repeating the mistake. And I knew I was making it. It was like, am I putting it in the first stitch and the second stitch? I've done these so many times before, and I'd already made this one. I said, what am I doing that's wrong? And I couldn't work it out. It's because I wasn't slip stitching into the second stitch. I was slip stitching into the first. And I didn't even think to look it up anywhere. I just sat there and I spent hours and hours messing with this. Started at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was working till 11 on that small piece. And then I rushed between 11 and whatever it was, 10:30 and 11 to get the rest of it done. And that just took me like 15 minutes or whatever. And then it was done. But it was hilarious. You would have laughed if you saw it. I couldn't even count the time it all happened, really, if I had to think about it. But I know that took me 2.5 hours to mess around with. But the chaos at the park and the lady at the counter, and she was trying to be nice, and I'm trying to be nice back, but without being angry. I said, okay, forget about it. We don't worry about it. Let's just do the essentials that I'm going to have for dinner tonight. So she puts the chestnuts on the scarf. No, essentials. Give me those chestnuts. I said, let me do it. While I'm saying let me do it, she takes the milk and starts scanning them. I said, give me back that milk. I've got $11. None of this is going to work. So I remember buying broccolini. What else did I get? Oh my gosh, broccolini. I had pumpkin, and I knew I had chicken, drumsticks at home. I was going to put it all in the oven. You know, when you put a roast in, it does it all itself, and you don't have to worry about it. You just have to boil the broccolini. But then I thought, no, do I have chicken or do I have meat? And I had to think about it. What did I have? What did I have? And while she was scanning, I'm thinking, what did I have? I actually had meat. So I thought, oh, well, it doesn't matter. But I ended up having some potatoes at home as well. But it was very funny. And in fact, as I was driving home from the market, I was laughing, thinking, what a silly day. And it hadn't even finished yet. I still had to mess up the recording when I got home. Anyway, so by the time I got here at 6 p.m, my face, I actually had to spend 5 minutes cooling myself down with a fan. I had to put cloths on. I was red. My blood pressure must have been up. I was red, hot red. It was a warm day, to be fair. It was a warm day. It was a perfect day for autumn. And it was a perfect day for a video to be recorded outside. You guys would have loved it. I've got more photos, so they'll go up over the next few weeks. And everywhere I've been to record outside of the home has been very loud. We have trucks and we have cars, and it's just, I thought going to the park on a day where school is still on during the day, there'll be no children. But there wasn't any children. It was everybody else. There's little babies, but they were, far away, and it didn't bother me. But there were people and lots of couples doing all sorts of nice things out there by themselves. Except this one couple that was staring at me. But and every time I said, shoot, pulling these poses, turning around, and one lady just turned around. She said, "You are hilarious." And I went, she was talking to me, and I thought, there's no one else around, just me and them. Everybody else was further away. Oh, it was very funny. And I got oblivious to the sound of all the traffic. And there were horns, and there was this one truck that must have been doing some work. I couldn't even see it. He must have been doing some work in the area, and you could hear him reversing forward, making a beep, 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 beep sound every time he reversed and forward again. I'm sure they were doing concrete cement somewhere, but it just went on through my whole video. You couldn't hear me talk. All you could hear was me going, well, this is the cardigan. And that's what it sounded like. And then here, beep, beep. I'm sorry. I just had to tell you that story because I was going to tell you the story in the first Thursday video, but it just would have taken so long. Now, my toe is sore and I got a little blood spot there, but it's nothing. I had to come home and put disinfectant and everything on it, as you do. I actually wiped it with hand sanitizer. It burned. I'm sorry, but I'm still laughing about it. Anyway, cut a long story short, here we are today. Here's the cardigans, and it's all done and dusted. Oh, Kiki's left. I'm sorry, Kiki. Lovely to have you here. I didn't even see you going. Oh, did you leave? Did you leave? Someone said see you, Kiki, or was it someone else leaving? I must be off. Glad I got to pop in and everything. Oh, all right, Kiki, that's all good. Bonnie, I'm so happy your family is safe. That's good. We're all glad people are safe. Did I miss people? Hello, Paula. Hello, Daphne. I'm not sure if I've missed anybody else. If I've missed you, just say hello again. Oh, hello, Claptrap. There we are. I missed someone. Sorry, Claptrap. I'm here, but connection has been really bad. Okay, no connection on Wednesday. Okay, it happens. I know it happens. I didn't see them. We got that part. Oh, that's good. Okay. Now, let's talk quickly about this cardigan right here. Initially, I wanted to work on a cardigan anyway. I had this one in mind. And then Franca in my ears the whole time. I want a patchwork. I want a patchwork. Blah, 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 blah. Just went on and on and on. And you know, guys, you didn't see all of it. She sent me private messages. And Angela, she sent me private messages. A couple other people sent me private messages. Where's the patchwork cardigan? And I thought, oh gosh, do I do it? And I thought, you know what? I will do it. It will be a paid pattern, however, on the website. So you won't see this as a tutorial. You will see the patchwork jumper as a tutorial. It will have the same concept of how to join your squares. Now, I know a lot of people who do patchwork cardigans make up the squares and then they sew each square. I'm not into that. I'm sorry. That's not my thing. I do. I've done it before, but not on cardigans, on blankets, yeah? I literally crochet them in. Now, it does mean having some threads attached at the back, but not a lot. And if you know that every time you turn your work around, you adjust your yarn to suit. Now, when I did this, I kept my yarn in. My yarn was like that. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors like that on the table. And this is the Bendigo yarn, by the way. And this is not the Bendigo yarn. This is this yarn right here, Spot Saver. But that one there is Bendigo and that one there is Bendigo. Okay, just heads up there. 10 ply, Aran weight, number 4 in your countries, right? And I kept, even with the labels in them, it was upside down and I pulled out from the middle and I kept 5 strands in front of me. And whenever I flipped it, I flipped those strands around as well. So, so just note that you can work that way if you wanted to. Then I decided, this is all the tricks I use for this. I thought, you know what? Let me count how many grams one square took me. So I counted and thought, you know what? It would benefit me to wind up yarn for that amount and have just that small amount hanging there instead of having these massive skeins of yarn. So I got halfway through there before I started doing that, and decided that's what I was going to do. And that worked better. However, the only time it didn't work was when I was doing this stuff right here. You see here. In this cardigan, I messed that patch up. In the whole cardigan, not just in one patch. All of it. Wherever I put one of those, I messed that up. In the size small that you're going to see when I introduce all these cardigans, I got that down packed perfect. Yeah. And I decided to use another tactic on that, not what everybody else was using on theirs. I thought, no, I don't want to use the single crochet, double, single, double, single. I wanted to use something different. And I used something different, right? And I got that down packed on the second cardigan, which is great. Now, what else I'm going to tell you about the cardigan? Color combination. This is the chaos I had when I felt sorry for Bendigo Wool and Mills because I rang them the first day, ordered all this yarn, got it in and ordered enough for a second cardigan. And then I went to visit a niece, a very young niece. She had just turned 18, a niece by marriage. She had just turned 18 and she said, Mary, I love it, but I want these colors. So she chose the colors she chose. I went home and there were 2 colors that I didn't order, which I find really odd. So I had to put another 2 colors in. Whilst I was putting those 2 colors in, I thought, right, let's order the colors for this cardigan. So I ordered all of that. Well, I forgot to order the 2 colors for the other cardigan. I got all of those. And so I had to ring Bendigo the 3rd time and they were having a laugh at me at my expense, which was good. And so I reordered that color, those colors, and then I had to get started. So it did take me a lot of mucking around at first, purchasing yarn. At one stage, I wanted to drive up the Bendigo and get the yarn and come back just for the sake of having the yarn. But I thought, you know, I'll wait. It'll give me some time to think about the actual design. So what I did was I used the computer. First, I tell a lie. I drew pictures. It was a disaster. I don't know if I want to show you those pictures because they've got numbers. It's very messy. You know what? Let's talk about what I did use instead. For my niece's cardigan, I decided to use XL, only because I didn't want to see my messy handwriting. So I got onto XL and I did that. All right, it's not the best looking thing, yeah. And as you can see, I made some changes on the colour. And I'll tell you why I made these changes. Oh, I don't want you to see that. Tell you why I made these changes, because the sleeves here clashed. Some of the colours clashed. So I had to make changes to the front and the sleeves on hers. But on mine, because I was able to see the colours in front of me, it was so much easier. But for her, all she saw was an XL picture. So it's a bit like, you know, it's not a very good picture either. Next time I'll make it nice and big for her. It's just a matter of, you know, stretching out the boxes if you know to use XL. And I'll be doing that for her cardigan next time. Not for hers because hers is done, but for the medium cardigan. Now, making the medium cardigan to suit my daughter. She won't wear it because it's not her thing. So I'll have the medium available on the website for sale in the future as well. So if you can't crochet, or you just like the look of it, you can actually purchase the medium, and I'll pop the size up there for you and you can see if that's your size. You can purchase that size. If you want me to create one for you, then it would be a made to order kind of thing, which we'll talk about that when we start introducing it properly. Okay, so that's just a background of what's happened with this cardigan, yeah? Okay. Oh, I missed all the chat again. Oh my gosh. How do I do this? Oh, I don't know. We said hello. Yes, welcome back, Bonnie. Yes, we said that. For folks suffering from storms. Yes, we've had a few storms here ourselves in Sydney and Queensland. Have suffered floods. You're not the only one. The whole world is in chaos with weather. Thank you for making this with 4 worsted weight. Thank you, Elaine. I'm glad you're happy. Have a new great grandbaby. Yay, congratulations, Bonnie. Yay. When baby arrives, I've touched this yarn here, which is very itchy. The Spot Saver yarn makes me really itchy. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't touch anymore. It's right under my nose too. Yes, okay, beautiful. Have no idea the due date or the gender. Okay, so due date. Oh, no idea of a due date. Well, when you know, let me know. We'll put something babyish. I still have to put some baby stuff on the channel. Mine is due in August. Oh, Paula's having a little one in August and is a boy. Paula, maybe we should do shall we do some baby wear for the channel? Hey, what do you reckon, guys? I reckon we should. Let's think about it. Let's think about it. You know what? I've got my pen here and my book now. So if you want, we can put some ideas, do some brainstorming today. Yeah, we could. All right. So let's talk again about this cardigan now. This is the cardigan you're definitely going to see on the channel. Now, as you know, the back, I can't even show you now because it's hard to turn this around in this corner. The back is divided by 4 panels. Yeah. They're the colors of that's the only time you'll cut the yarn within this pattern. You'll be dividing by the 4 panels, but the carrying of the yarn between panels is the same as this and that. So that'll give you an idea first of how we're going to create this. We're using the same stitch with this as we are with this, as we are with this, on purpose so that when you create this, I feel like I'm going crazy. When you create this, you know you'll be able to make this very easy. In fact, we're doing that first before this, because this obviously is not ready and I haven't started recording it yet. So when we create this, you'll be doing this one after that. Then I will give you the link to this one and you can purchase that and use the same concept of what you've done here for that. The only difference will be ribbing on this one and the neck, which you would have done with this one. So really, you're doing exactly the same, but you're purchasing this pattern if you want to purchase this pattern. You don't have to, but if you want to, you'll know how to do this because you would have done it twice before in different projects, like different types of projects. It's giving you the skill so that when you get to this, you're going to fly through. Well, no, maybe not fly through it. It's a lot of mucking around. There's a lot of color involved. There's a lot of color changing. And the only time you do weave in ends is when you change from one color to the other one up the top there, up the top, up the top. This one here, you'll have a few ends. Now, if you're not sure of how to do that one, the trick I used, and I'll show you that in the tutorial. You might not like that trick, okay? You can probably just cut the thread on one end and then start again and cut the thread and then start again. You can do that. But I actually turned it around, got a sewing needle, weaved in the color at the back, because if you crochet at the back, you can actually see the color. But I got a sewing needle and weaved it in through, you know, splits and stitches at the back. And then it sat up the top. So when I came back around, I was able to use it. Oh, we're buffering. Am I buffering for anybody else or just Karen? If it closes down, I will come back on. Okay. It does look like it's slowing down here now. Why does it buffer? Around 45 minutes to an hour, it starts to buffer. I just think it doesn't love me. Just let me know, guys, if it's buffering for you. The lovely Karen says it's buffering for her. So that's the concept of these cardigans, guys. Keep that in mind when we are making it. We're going to be making this one here first or this one here. I'll see. Guys, you tell me what you want to see. I think this one will be easier to make first, actually. I really do believe this one will be so much easier. And I don't know whether this is a little bit too big for me. By the way, if you didn't know this, I've been losing weight lately. Yay. No buffering for Elaine. Okay, no buffering for Elaine. But I do see it slowing down here on my end. Isn't that interesting? When our internet plays up, which it does during the middle of every live for some reason, it slows down. My speech looks like I'm talking like this. And it gets darker. Well, it hasn't gotten darker yet. Small bobbins, I think, would be easier. Look, I actually have, I want to show you this gorgeous little, I've got a little bobbin winder. It's so cute. I know I've got it somewhere. I shouldn't talk about it because I may not be able to find it. But I've got the little bobbins. And if you don't know what bobbins are, they kind of look like, I want to draw it for you. You've watched my bad drawing again. Kind of look like that. Oh, this one's not too bad. Hey, I'm getting better at this drawing stuff. They kind of, oh no, I've messed it up. Right on the end. They kind of look like that. And you wind the yarn around it. Yeah. and that's a bobbin. And you can peg that up on your work as you're working, a bit like, don't make me say it, Gravgan. Oh, I get a sore stomach and a sore chest every time I say it. So you peg it on your work, right? And then you just flip it, and whatever you do, don't flip it too much because they will come off. And then you just keep going across, unpeg the next color, go across, unpeg the next color. And as you're doing that, you are winding up and pegging the other one back on. That's how you use bobbins. Now, I didn't use it for my cardigan, not because I didn't want to, it's because I'd have to go through and look for them. And I just wanted to get that cardigan done. So I didn't use it, and I'm just so used to not having any issues. There were issues when I was doing this one right here, but I decided what I did, which I thought was clever. You don't have to do that. I calculated one of the squares. I did one, and how much yarn I used for each. And I think I used about like a gram, nearly 2 grams for each color. Yeah, maybe less, right? And then I cut those 2 grams each. And I did one row, and then the second row, and then the third. And then you change the colors on each row, but then you need to go back to the first color. So I weaved that first color in at the back with a needle and pulled all that thread through. I know it was a bit weird, but it saved having extra ends everywhere. And it was all done in one piece, if you have to think about it. Now, you don't have to do that. I will show you that on the tutorial just for fun. Otherwise, I'll show you how to cut as well, just for fun, in another piece, because I'm not cutting mine. So there you go. But I just wanted to tell you that there are many ways you can do that piece without having to have a gazillion ends everywhere when you're finished. Yeah, you will have an end after each color, unless you've decided to do the gray here and then the gray over there. You can leave that gray strand and you can work it up on the next round, and it's very, very easy. I didn't do that with any of my colors, I don't think. No, I didn't do that with any of my colors, right? They were all arranged literally away from each other, I think. I think there was one. I can't remember. But I don't think I could carry the yarn because it was at the other end and the color was from there. So I didn't actually do that with any of my colors. I did cut my colors and weave them in. You will have ends. Beauty is pain. Well, here we are. We're going dark. We're going dark. What stitch did you use? Double crochet? No, I used a half double crochet for all of it. Everything was half double except this one here, which you had half double crochet, chains, and then doubles. Now, that's the mistake I made on this one, but on the small cardigan that I showed you the other day, which I don't think I have in here now. No, I don't have it in here, but that'll be in the tutorial when we do this one here, and I'll be able to show you that. And it's, in fact, you can see the difference of how bad it looks. All right, have a look at it. How bad that looks. It actually does look cute, but I didn't plan that look. But it is turning in, like you can see it squished in right in the middle there, because I forgot to use doubles. I used your half doubles across here, did your chains, and then used half doubles. Then I did the same up the top, the next. I thought, why is it looking weird? I should have been using the doubles on top of your chains. You won't know that now, what I'm talking about, but you will work it out once we do our normal cardigan, yeah? Oh, and I mean this one here. The other thing I made a mistake with this cardigan was the buttons. They're too loose. Buttonholes, not the buttons, the buttonholes are too loose. I actually would prefer bigger buttons. Like this one here, they're 1-inch buttons. They're a little bit bigger than that, which fits the holes, the buttonholes perfectly, so they don't come undone. You would literally physically have to take that undone. This one here, if you touch it too much, it can come undone very quickly, which is why the bottom one's undone, because they come undone because the buttonhole is too big for the buttons. So I'll be changing those buttons. They'll be a lot bigger anyways. I do like big buttons on patchwork cardigans. I think they look amazing on them. I wanted even a bigger button on this one. The small will be even bigger because I did mess up, I have to be honest. I messed up her measurements across here and said, I'm not going to worry about it. I got through both the fronts. I said, I'm just going to add a thicker ribbing. And it's massive, the ribbing. So that's the mistake I made. It won't be that way with yours. I just messed up the measurements myself. Right. So when I type that up, I'll make the measurements correct. I went out and came back. Took a while to reconnect. Oh, we're here. I have noticed we're starting to go a bit dark here. So it's getting a little bit dark. So, yeah, Anyway, doesn't matter. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, cardigan. Yeah. So that's what we're doing over the next few weeks. Okay. This one we're looking at a couple of weeks before the pattern is up on the website. Once it's up on the website as a paid pattern, I will do a tutorial here, and I might make the extra small in this one because as you can see, I've got one to fit somebody in the mirror. Wasn't me. I've got the extra large to fit the reflection in the mirror. And another thing I wanted to tell you, this one here doesn't look like it there because the mannequin's a bit taller. This one is longer than this. This one is just above your, well, it's actually on your hips. This one here is below your hips, a little lower on purpose so it can cover certain areas that should not be there. Certain layer up a layer that shouldn't be there. All right, 3 tummies, 6 hips. It just shouldn't be there. I mean, I don't know who put them there, right? So that one is a lot larger. This one is a little bit shorter, but not completely short. It's still on the hips. So it does cover your tummies if you've got like 7 tummies like the lady in the reflection has. So there you go. Now, what else are we going to talk about? That's it. That's it. And there is something else we need to talk about. Firstly, we need to discuss last week's projects and this week's, and I've got my, oh, I've got the pattern up. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, excuse me. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Hello. All right. We did our cowl on Monday. The beautiful cowl we did on Monday. We had business day, Tuesday, live, Wednesday, first Thursday. Don't even talk about that anymore. And we didn't do Middle Earthian's choice of live antics, which we're going to do again today. So you have a choice today, and there is one lucky subscriber that's going to choose a color combination. And don't forget, guys, when you choose that color combination, your name will be mentioned in the tutorial. So if you don't want that mentioned in the tutorial, you do have to let me know. But I'm not going to show you what I did. It is complete. I will show you a snippet. That's it. That's all. The rest is hidden at the back. And the concept that I've used to create this is exactly the same to create this, this, and this. All right. So you're going to see this. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It looks like a ball. It looks like a football. I look like a fish. Oh, hello, there's a fish. Oh, look, don't move it to the side. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. And the thing is, I haven't, silly me, didn't record it when I was making it. So I'm going to be recording it in a different color combination and have that sitting on the table for you to choose. And we'll talk about that with, or maybe I should use those colors again because she did choose them. I want to use another color combination. All right, well, maybe I'll make a small one for the newborn because it's actually, that might be a good idea. That actually might be a good idea. But I'll tell you how many stitches you can cast on. And if you're doing the newborn, you cast on the newborn one. We could do that. Do we want to see that, guys? Whatever that is. I almost gave it away. Do we want to see that? I almost gave it away what it is. Good luck, everyone. Yes, I know. We're going to choose a color combination in a moment. So that means you, as a subscriber, gets to choose the colors. Now, we've got a few extra colors on the table today. Not much different, but a few extra colors. I'm going to put this on the floor because I don't want you to see it. It's a secret. And you will be getting that tutorial on the Monday. And whoever chooses a color today will either get their tutorial on the Friday of this week or Monday of next week. It just depends on how quickly you want to see all this gear. But I think Friday, we should be all right for Friday. Or maybe not, we should be all right for Monday because we still want to do an Easter bookmark, the cross bookmark that someone suggested. I think that was Luana. I can't remember who suggested it. Someone suggested a cross bookmark. But there you go. Okay, let's have a look. What stitch did I use? We said half double. Yes. I went out and came back and took a what? Yes, I got that, Karen. Like big button, says Bonnie. Thank you. Good luck, everyone. I think beanie or hat, green butterfly says. All right, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this. All right, so what I'm going to do is show you the colors, and then we'll talk about which subscriber we're going to choose. Now, you can decide if you want to use these colors, if you want to be a part of it. Now, these are the colors right here. So you've got a grey, the lemon, the blue, and the white. As you can see, I was just, pulling some thread out, as you do. You have these 4 colors. Now, you can choose 4 of them, you can choose 3 of them, or you can choose 2, or you can even just choose 1. All right, didn't work. Let's go like that. I'll bring the colors back up again. All right. Now, these are the colors. Yes, these are our gorgeous colors. I'll bring it down again. How we can't win. How's that? Let's have a look at the chat. All right. So if anyone is interested in choosing a color combination, do that. Buffering again, Karen says. I'm sorry, hon. You're having a lot of problems there. Sorry, darling. Sorry. All right. So these are the colors. We have the beautiful colors. Now, this is, as you know, if you're joining us new, don't know this. Last year, we made a blanket called the Swatch Blanket of 2021. We used this yarn, and I bought so many colors that I have so much left. So this is going to make me itchy now. So we are going to create, throughout the year, we're going to create small projects with these. Well, these last 2 projects weren't that small. Oh, there's no green. Not yet, green butterfly. And I'll tell you why. There is a green, but it's a dark green, and it doesn't go down well with everything. So I'm trying to keep it out. Hello, Coco. Lovely to have you here. The middle of the night for me. It's not the middle of the night for you, no? Okay. Hello, Liz. Liz saying grey and white. Okay, well, let's see. Who would like to choose? You've got to put your hand up if you want to be a part of that. If you don't want your name mentioned on the tutorial, please let me know, and I may have to choose someone else, because the idea is to have your name on the tutorial as a subscriber to show other subscribers that I do like to put a part of our subscribers as our tutorials, because in the end of the day, this is who I'm creating for you guys on the channel. Yeah, I like the white, blue, yellow, a spring look, says Daphne. Okay. So you guys need to decide what colors you would like. Now, you also need to say, yes, I want to be a part of this. I can't just choose you if you don't want to be a part of it. You need to say yes, yes, yes. Can I get some yeses or no's or whatever? So give me a yes, and I will choose one person to pick the color combination. Anyone? You did, Luana. I'm glad. I couldn't remember who it was. First person to say yes was the lovely Liz. Okay, so we're going to choose Liz. The blue and yellow look nice, but white and grey, tough call. Yes, yes, yes. Everyone's saying yes. But I'm going to choose Liz today. That was the first yes I saw. Liz, my dear, what colour combination would you like to choose? Again, you can choose all 4, 3, 2, 1. You can just choose one if you like. I don't care. It's up to you. I will create something. I'll be using single crochets. We've done doubles. We've done half doubles. We're going to do singles. There may be a chain in between just to help build that single up. We'll see. But it'll definitely be single. So, Liz, which colour combination would you like to see for our Live Antics subscriber choice? And Liz would like grey and white, please. So we're getting rid of the blue. I'm getting rid of the blue. I love that blue so much. And the yellow. I do like the yellow. But the lovely Liz has chosen grey and white. Yay. These are the colours we're going to be using probably around Friday or maybe even next week on the channel. And Liz's name will be mentioned, grey and yellow, throughout the tutorial. And this is what we do, guys. We don't always do it, but we do it on a Saturday morning where we get to, you as a subscriber, gets to choose a colour combination, and I will create something using a stitch that I want to use with this colour combination or your colour combination. Now, there were 4 on the table. Next week, next Saturday, I'm going to have 5 colours on the table. And that's going to give you more of a range to choose from. And what I might do is keep the other items here, which I don't have them here, but I will have them here showing you some of the colours we've already chosen, giving you an opportunity if you wanted to choose another colour combination, but you could still use the same one. You can always just use one colour, but congratulations, Liz, you are our subscriber this week, and we are going to choose something gorgeous to make for you. And for Middle Earthians, I can't show you what it is. Let's get the fish out again. It looks like a fish. This is what I've created for Middle Earthians. It looks like a fish, yeah. And maybe You guys know what it is already. And I know that there was a lot of people who called the last project, when I showed you a little bit of the last project, they called it and they were correct. But it's all fun. It's all about the surprise. And I'm doing the surprise things in honor of being surprised here. To show you that I don't always tell you everything. You're thinking, how naughty are you? How naughty is she? She is a Mary, get in the corner. So just be wary, guys. We are making some gorgeous things this week and next week. It's all happening. And starting from Monday, you'll be getting Esther from Middle Earthians project. And then you'll be getting Liz's project. I don't know what that is yet, but I do know it's single crochet. And if you didn't know this, guys, I don't know what I'm making until I sit down and stare at it. So I'll stare at the colors and stare and stare and stare and think, right, I'm going to make this. That's what I do. And sometimes if I'm not sure, I work on my projects. I need 6 single crochets here, 5 doubles there, 6. I'm going to make a beanie, or I'm going to make a jumper. I'm going to make a t-shirt. I'm going to make a, and that's how I work. That's how my brain works. It works like a million. It doesn't work until I have, it's like a computer. I've got 4 windows open up here, right? And there's a 5th one at the back waiting to be opened. That's what my brain is like. It's very ADHD, and it doesn't matter because it works for me. Doesn't always work for some people, but it works for me. Right, now let's get back to this jumper right here. When it comes to choosing your colors, I'm the same way. The yarn tells me what it wants to be. That's right, Coco. Oh, by the way, Coco, I watched some of your live stream. I was laughing at one of them. So watch some of your live streams. They're funny. If you haven't seen her live streams, go check them out. She has people on her lives, other people that she talks to on the live. So it's very interesting. And there you go. We are doing this jumper very, very soon. When it comes to choosing colors, I will choose colors and I will have, so you know, like an XL layout like that. So you can see the color combinations that I'm going to have, right? I will tell you how much yarn you will need for each color for your jumper, right? And that will help you out if you are certain sizes. I'll say, right, a small needs this much yarn, a medium needs that, and a large needs that. The rest you kind of have to, you know, kind of work out yourself, yeah? Well, I might be able to tell you, I keep putting the wrong way. I might be able to tell you both of them. You know why I'm struggling? Because the yarn is in the front on the floor, in a bag on the floor, so I'm struggling to keep it up. So I will tell you the yarn that you will need, how much, and then you can go away, purchase your yarn, or you might even have it in stash like I do, like in this shelf, 10 shelves worth of this yarn. Drives me batty. I bought so much of it. Who's saying goodbye? I'm missing it. Love you. Oh, okay, Bonnie. See you later. We'll talk soon, hon. She's off. She's off. From what feed? Oh, you have to feed them. Yeah, they have to eat. You've got to feed them. They've got to eat. So we'll see you soon. But yeah, that's what we'll do, and we will choose some color combinations. Now, if you don't like the color combinations I choose, I will tell you how much yarn I used per square, and you can decide on yourself if you want to change your color combination. By all means, you can use your own colors. Yeah. I'm using blue. I don't usually wear a blue, so it's going to be an interesting look on me. I usually wear reds, as you know, and I don't wear yellow. I thought I would try yellow to see what it would be like, and I've taken to it. It looked good, and it looked great in the sun. Looked good in the photos. Looks so much better in natural daylight rather than using these lights here. So yeah, it does look good. It looks good. I like it. I love that cardigan, and I'm glad I made it. And that's one I'm going to be wearing at Bendigo, and that's one I'm going to be wearing at Bendigo in July. If you're not sure, we are having the Australian Sheep and Wool Show in Bendigo around July 15, I think it is. Mid-July, literally flat bang in the middle of winter. Oh, it's usually icy cold. So rug up when you go there, guys, because I don't think they have heating in those sheds. So rug up. And what you'll see is you will see a whole lot of sheds in a row, and then you walk into one shed and there's crafters there, and then you come out, walk into another shed and there's crafters there, and then way into the field you'll see the sheep. They'll also have sheds as well. I believe their sheep are in sheds as well, but really large sheds. So you get to see the farmers and their sheep, and you get to see people like Tom from Tandy, who has his yarn there from his own sheep, which is the yarn that we chose for the Trebleberry Boxy jumper that you know. I will pop a link to that jumper in the description box down below. I will pop a link to the Swatch Blanket that we use with this yarn in the description box down below, way after the live. Well, not way, but, you know, minutes after the live finishes. And you'll get to see, at the show, you'll get to see everything on the table. So you get to come over and say, Mary, can I touch it? And I'll say, oh, I don't know. How clean are your hands? And I'll say, all right then, but don't touch for long because I get very territorial. And you'll get to see that. So you'll get to have a little play. I'm also doing some tuition on the day, but it's only just basic singles, half doubles, and double crochet stitches. So you get to have a bit of a play. And I'll have some yarn with a hook there if you want to have a bit of a play. You're welcome to purchase things. You're welcome to be a part. If you do purchase something, by the way, guys, when I do it, I'll talk about that closer to the date. I will have a little ticket thing happening, so you'll get to go into the running for a prize as well. So no matter what happens, whatever you purchase on the day at the Australian Sheep and Wool Show, you will go up for a draw. You may need to leave your mobile number because I don't draw the winner until at the end of the day. Each day that I'm there. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So no matter what day you come on and what you purchase, there will be a certain amount that you need to purchase. I haven't chosen what that amount be, whether it's more than $25, whether it's more than $50, whether it's more than $5. I really haven't chosen that yet, but you will get to see that on the day, which will be great. Oh, are you off, are you, Elaine? Or are you saying goodnight to, are you saying goodnight to us? Elaine, well, we'll see you soon, hun. We'll catch you soon. So it will be very interesting. I know it's a long way away, so I'm not going to talk too much about it yet. Literally the first week in July and the first week in June, you will hear more about the projects that are coming up then. And obviously one of them will be this and one of them will be this. They will be in packs and you can purchase them in their packs with the pattern, the hook, the scissors, a sewing needle, and the color combinations. And I will have the 3 color combinations for that and a different color combination for that one. Or different color combinations. I haven't decided. But there will be different color combinations. In fact, when I create for the channel, I'm going to use another color. And I will be creating a different size for the channel. But I will tell you with your sizing, this is how many stitches to go back for the neck. This is how many stitches to use for your arms and so on and so on. And you can decide for yourself what color combination you want to use. But in those packs, I will have those color combinations. It's already chosen for you. So you know you've got the right amount for the front, left front, right front, back, and that sort of thing. So you'll know you'll have the right amount of yarn, roughly around the right amount of yarn. And hello, David is in the house. Hello, David. Hey, my seat is in the naughty corner. Warmed up for me. I like that, David. You're funny. Well, welcome, David. You've come in right towards the end of our live, which is almost the end. Not really the end, but we've already done our chat. But welcome. And so that's what's happening at the Australian Sheep and Wool Show. You will see those projects here, and they will be in their cake boxes like this one right up there. See those boxes right up there? Those boxes. And you can actually see the window face here with one of the projects from last year. You know, the store that did not go ahead. I'm not going to talk about it. Let's hope it goes ahead this year. These projects will be in those boxes, their own boxes. I was going to say those and them at the same time. Their own boxes, okay? So if you want to purchase that, the pictures will be on the front of the box. It'll be a little bit different this year, okay? You'll still see everything like normal, but you're going to see pictures on the front of the box. You may see my face. Oh, this one here, you might see a younger face. I've asked the young lady who has just turned 18 if she can model the cardigan for me, and she said yes. What? So I've got a beautiful model. And if I get that second one done in time, I can get my daughter as well. So I can have 2.5 models because I'm no model. But I am happy to show you the project. I don't have a problem with that. And you can have 3 girls just going, oh, we're so gorgeous, you know. All right, we won't say we're gorgeous, but we will say our cardigans are gorgeous. And you can have a look, see, at the 3 different sizes. So you've got the small and you'll have the medium and you'll have super extra large. We won't discuss that. But you'll have those 3 sizes. There will be other sizes as well, but you'll have a look at the 3 sizes using 3 different color combinations. So you have a choice. You can either use this color combination, you can use the 18-year-old's color combination, and you can use a 25 to 30-year-old color combination. What I did was, and I thought this was a very good thing to do, I did the color combination for what I would like to see as a woman in her 29th year. Let's say, over 45 and maybe over 50. But we won't discuss that, right? Maybe. We won't talk about it. And then I wanted to do, how naughty am I? Then I wanted to do a color combination for the 25-year-old to 30-year-old. So I chose my daughter who was in that era, right? Then I wanted to do, she can't be because I'm still 29. Then I wanted to do a one for an 18-year-old to 25-year-old. And that gives the 3 generations that opportunity to work around. Or we may consider doing one in, around the 40ish. It means I have to choose someone who's around 40. Not that I know anybody that age. But it doesn't matter. I just figured if I do the different color combinations for different eras, that will give you an opportunity to choose which color combination you like. You don't have to choose mine. I love my reds, as you can see, yeah? And over here, this is supposed to be an orange. Well, you can't see it too well here. You can see it better in the photo of the first Thursday video, which happened a couple of days ago. And you'll see that better in that photo. And you'll see the real orange in it. It's really, the lighting in here is just, these really dull lights, which I try to brighten them up, but they don't work for me. I'm just not good at it, right? But this is kind of an orange. And when you're in the daylight, it's a nice bright orange, yeah? So that's orange, which I would never wear. Yellow, I would never wear. But I have worn but little bits of yellow, not so much a full yellow top. Now, when I put that on in the park, it didn't look that bad. It really looked fantastic. I didn't think yellow would look good on me. There you go. So it didn't look bad. But these are the colours that I would wear. More reds and the blues and the greys. They're the sort of colours that I would wear, yeah? Now, I thought, let's do them in the 3 different colour combinations so that you guys can have a choice. If you like more of the earthy greens, like the 18-year-old, then you're happy to choose that one in your size. It'll be there it won't just be there. It'll be on our website. So you'll have an opportunity to purchase them as a pack on the website. And if you don't want to purchase them as a pack and you want to purchase the pattern, you can buy that separate. You want to purchase just a crochet hook, the scissors, the sewing needle, a darning needle, whatever it is, you'll have that separate. There will be different, you'll have if you just want to purchase the yarn, fine. There will be separate ways of making your cardigans. So you have that choice. And I've missed all the chat. Oh, it's not too bad. I've been in my 29th year for decades now. Oh, David, welcome to the 29 decade persons group. I don't know, David. I'm a little bit up there. It's funny because the other day I got a card in by the mail. It was, I was ordering a Flybuys card, another one because mine broke and whatever. And I ordered it in. It came in and it says, and on top of the envelope it said something, and I can't remember what it said. Something about this is the time or something. I don't know what it was on about. And I thought, oh my gosh, please don't tell me this is a pension card coming in for me. I thought, wait a minute, I'm not old enough for a pension card yet. And then I thought, hang on, I was born in. I didn't do my math because I just don't talk about my age. I kind of lost track of it now, right? Especially since I say I'm 29 all the time. I say, seriously, I'm that old? But I wasn't old enough for a pension card. But it was a Flybuys card. But I was so nervous thinking, oh my gosh, it can't be a pension card, can it? Super ready. Take care, everyone. Supper's ready, sorry. Take care. All right, go enjoy your supper, Coco. Yummy food. Can I come? So it was just a card, but in my mind, David, I thought, it can't be a pension card, can it? Am I a pensioner? When did that happen? I swear I was 29 a few weeks ago. But yeah, what do you do? Age did certainly crept up on me real fast. I don't remember it happening. Mind you, there's a whole lot of living in between. I had to raise children, and as you do, and you've got to eat and drink and live, and you've got to do all that. And then all of a sudden, oh, hello, you're over 29. When did that happen? few more times over 29, a few more decades over 29. And you think that could not have possibly happened, but it did. So there we go. We're here. We're over 29, but we're not pensioners yet. We're working on it. It's not that far away. Oh, what? 10 more minutes. All right. So what are you going to get this week? I got so sidetracked. What are you going to, you know what got me sidetracked? These gorgeous cardigans. I tell you, I should never have kept them a secret because it would have been easier to talk about one at a time. And guess what? I haven't even talked about the rest. There's more secrets to come. Oh, by the way, guys, if you wanted to make this cardigan in one color, you could still do that. This cardigan, as you see, it's rather feminine, but I really think fellas can wear that too. And you could actually change a color combination to be a little bit more masculine because the stitch is, anyone can wear that stitch. It is a basic stitch. And I made it basic on purpose because I wanted the new crocheter to be able to make this cardigan, because that gives the new crocheter a sense of, I've achieved a cardigan. Oh, even though I'm new, I can do a cardigan. So I want the new crocheter to be able to achieve this cardigan, right? And that's good. So, but if you are a man and you want to change the color combinations and just do it all in one color, or just change the color combination completely, and you're not a man, you just want to change the color combination, you can do that as well. So those patterns will be up on my website in a couple of weeks' time. No, that one will be up in a couple of weeks' time. That one I need to spend another month working on to, well, maybe not a month, maybe 3 weeks. I'll have the second one completed by the end, by not the end of this week, the end of next week, because I'm giving it to next week. So I better have it done. You're suggesting some colors are masculine and some aren't. No, David, I'm suggesting that some men might find that cardigan a little bit too feminine. I personally would wear it. Doesn't matter whether I'm a male or a female or a dog or a cat, but I would wear it. I would wear that no matter how hard anyone thought, holy macaroni, it's a little too bright. What is with that lemon? But I would wear it, yes. And I am wearing it. I'm wearing that one, and I'm wearing that one for the Australian Sheep and Wool Show. The jumper I'm creating with you guys on the channel that is very similar to that, but is a sweater jumper and not a cardigan. I'll be wearing that one constantly. Hopefully I'm not allergic too much to it. Maybe once I wash it. If I'm allergic to it, I can't wear it. I'll just wear this one. I better wear it out by the time the sheep show comes up. I'll gladly wear either of those cardigans, but then again, well, this one here, very similar to the Harry Styles, what's her name? S.W. Anderson's cardigan. Theirs is different. They've got like a massive collar thing happening, and their threads hang off. I'm not really keen on that. It's not my thing. I like my threads to be weaved in. You guys know how fussy I am with the threads. And I didn't want it baggy, like really big. If you check out the video, you'll see that this one is actually fitting. It's not tight. It still has, like, you know, maybe a 10 centimeter ease there. It's still quite loose, but it's still fitting. It's not a big baggy cardigan, which a lot of people are liking these days. So I'm sorry if you're expecting baggy. This one's a bit bigger. Okay, it's a little bit bigger, not baggy. Again, both of them I used a good 10 centimeter extra on each cardigan to give you some movement and not have it so big. My cardis are Boxy based on chest measurements. Same usually, David. Everything I've done on the channel has always been Boxy. And you may not be with us long enough to know, we did do the Trebleberry Boxy jumper, which was big. And you saw it on me. It was big, right? And I know one of our subscribers, I won't mention her name in case she doesn't want it mentioned, she sent me a picture of hers, and hers was pretty big. Based only on our chest measurements. So I understand what you're talking about there, David. That's exactly what we usually do. But in this case, I use proper measurements that, when I say proper measurements, they're the main measurements that people use when creating craft, if you will. I know there's a separate, I don't know if it's separate for dressmaking. I should check my old dressmaking days. If you didn't know this, I used to do a lot of dressmaking in the old days. And I say old days, it was like, 4 years ago. I think I was in my 25 when I used to do dress. No, earlier. I did dressmaking around 21. And I used to wear, I remember this now, because I used to wear my dresses I used to be a receptionist in those days. It was 100 years ago. And I used to wear the dresses I made. Every day I'd wear a nice dress and everybody would come in and say, oh, you've outdone yourself with this one. That's the only reason why I know it was between 21 and 25 that I made most of my dresses, because at that office, everyone would always come in and say, did you make this one? Yes, I did. We love this one. We don't like the other one. And I remember once making a blue and white polka dot dress and everybody came in. And of course, in those days, I had a figure. Now I have 7 figures. They just happen to be all in one. And they used to walk in and say, oh, you look stunning in that dress. I was tiny, but I was, I had a nice trim figure. And I don't know what happened. Someone liked Tim Tams. That's all it is. And they would come in and compliment. So I used to do a lot of dressmaking in the past. So the measurements that I used then, I don't actually use now. However, when I created, not this one here, the measurements for the neck edge, I was unsure of. And I used my dressmaking days. I put my little, got the brain working. It does work occasionally, guys. And I used my dressmaking days to come up with the neck edge on the cardigan of this one here. So it just depends on what you want. These will be measurements based on measurements and not on your own measurement, okay? But I will say, right, anyone who ranges from, say, 115 centimeters or whatever it is in inches to 120 centimeters or something in inches, this is the cardigan for you. These are the measurements for you. So don't worry, I will give you your measurements on the tutorial when we are doing it. So don't stress too much. You just have to be wary of your neck edge and your arms. When I was doing the small, I noticed the young lady I'm doing that for, she's kind of small and almost into medium. So this is kind of on the edge of small and nearly into medium. And so what I did was I literally just did the small and did the last measurement that I could make for the small. And she came here last weekend, on the weekend it just passed. And we just semi-fitted it because I got the pieces done. I just hadn't got them attached, right? And we semi-fitted it and it fitted her like literally perfect. If she puts on any weight, I'm in trouble. I said, you cannot put on any weight. You can lose weight, but don't put on any weight. Because I made hers right at the end of small. I probably should have made hers in a medium, but then that would have been way too big for her. So I kind of made hers on the edge of the small. And so what I might do with the pattern is just stretch it out a little bit more so it's got more measurement in there to give those who put on a little bit of kilos. It doesn't come very tight anyway because I've got an extra 10 centimeters in width on your measurements, on that measurement in there, right? So it will still be loose, but for her, because she's on the borderline of small and medium, it just fits her perfectly. Same with me. I was on the borderline of, I'm not even going to go there, okay, of the next step up, the next level. I'm going to lose some weight now just to fit in that perfectly. And so when I put that cardigan on, it fit me perfectly. And you can see a couple of layers down there on the stomach. That's not my layers. It was somebody else's. Somebody else was in that cardigan, even though my face was there. So you could see that just depending on how close you are to a medium, then your suggestion would be to use the medium rather than the small. I hope this makes sense. But we'll talk about that throughout the tutorial, or I might just stretch an extra 11 centimeters or 12 rather than 10 just for the tutorial, extra than what you have started off with. I have small woman's cardigan I made a month ago, right up as the pattern. So I have to try and remember what I did. My problem, Dave, is I scribble everything down. And when you say scribble, I mean really scribble. My handwriting is shocking. So even when I look at it, like the other day, I had to look up the measurement that I took on the young girl's arm, and I couldn't work out if it looked like a 0 or a 6. So I'm thinking that would make a big difference if it was 6 centimeters. I couldn't work out my own handwriting. And I was too embarrassed to ring her and say, look, I don't know what we came up with measurement. But then what I did was I looked at the measurement, and if it was a 6, that would have gone right into a triple extra large. So I thought, okay, we're good. We're good. I'm pretty sure it's a 0 then, because she's not that big, right? But when I measured her arm length, I noticed that she is a small everywhere else. But here, she goes into a medium.
And that kind of worried me a little bit. But again, I do leave, and you would have seen that cardigan on me, I do leave quite a lot of leeway in there anyways. So I think she'll be all right. My old Southern US grandmother used to say, you can tell he's been to college because you can't read his handwriting. Well, I know that, David, and I haven't been to college. We don't have a college here in Australia. We just have year 7 to year 12, and then you go straight into university, or you go to a TAFE. I'm assuming it's similar to a college. And yeah, you can go to TAFE, which is okay too. TAFE is good. And in fact, I know a friend of mine who went to TAFE to do the same course that I did in another company for integration aid, or teacher's aid, if you will. So she did hers at a TAFE. I know someone who did theirs at the Catholic University there, and then it's not a teacher, it's just a teacher's aide, someone who helps in the classroom. And I did mine through a school, their own school. It was a high school or a primary school, and they have that extra course there at the school in the evenings. So I had the opportunity to do that. You could have done it at a Catholic college, could have done it at a TAFE. And that's what we have here, David. We have your high school, your TAFE, or your university, and you can choose where you want to do your tuition. Yeah. What we call college is what you call university. Okay. Well, university is if you've got to university and you've done well, then you've done well. Never say just a teacher's aide. They are a ridiculously valuable education setting. Look, I know, but they don't have the degree that the teachers do have, and that can really put a damper on things. But you know what? I went from doing the teacher's aide, and it's funny enough, back into being a receptionist at the school. So I did teacher's aide in the first school I was at for 7 years, teacher's aide in the next school I was at. The first school was 5 years. The next school was 7 years. And in fact, the next school was my kids' school when they were there, not when I went to work there. And so I did teacher's aide there for 5 years, and 2 years of those 7 years, I ended up working on the reception or front desk administration, if you will. Now, given an opportunity, would I go back and work in a school? No. I love doing reception. I love working with kids. Would I do it in a school? No. If there was another opportunity to work with children that are not in school and they're not in a daycare, that's maybe on a one-on-one or four-on-one, that kind of thing, maybe. But in that environment, no. It's not my thing. My ex's first job after college with a degree in computer science was a teacher's aide. Look, don't get me wrong, I loved it when I was there, but I just loved working with the children. I didn't actually like working as the aide. Hello, beautiful. Hello to the chat as well. Spring the enthusiast, fiber enthusiast. I tell you what, I looked at your channel. I was blown away. You do so much on your channel. You don't just do one thing. She does it all. If you haven't seen Spring, then you've got to check her out. And I gave you the shout out in yesterday's, let's try Thursday's video. But there you go. I was quite impressed when I checked your channel out. And my mother taught for about 400 years. She's as young as me then, David. Your mother and I are the same age. Yeah, 500 years. So there you go. But I have done lots of things these past few weeks, and that's probably the reason why I did them during stash busting March, or scrap busting month of March. And I did it that way. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You're welcome, honey. Oh, I made a friend. Only one. Oh, out of all these subscribers, one friend. Woohoo! So if you if you are interested in creating this cardigan, it will come out as a paid pattern only. And I think that's one of the mistakes I made in first Thursday of the month's video, but I'm not going to go there. You'll probably spot it. This one here will be a paid pattern, but we will be making this one as a tutorial on the channel. But you can get it as a paid pattern before it goes up on the channel. Okay. So that will definitely be up on the channel probably in about 2 or 3 weeks, but it will only be up as parts, like part 1 kind of thing, because I'm recreating it. I, silly me, didn't record any of it while I was creating it. I should have just recorded it. It would have saved the hassle. But I didn't, because I was stressed for time and I wanted to get it all done. So we will be creating another one. I'll be making a small, maybe I'll make a baby version. And I'll tell you how many stitches across you need to go to sort your pattern out, your size out. This will be up on the screen when you are working on it, so you'll know exactly where to put your stitch. It'll make life a little easier for you, and all you'll do is see me do the row, or the half of the row. I won't do a full row because I don't want you to see me doing the small, tiny version that I'm going to make. Maybe I'll do it a newborn version. I think I will. Just for fun. But you guys can make it in your size, and that'll be up on the channel in about 2 or 3 weeks time. Very exciting. That's that. This week, what are we getting? We are getting Monday. I'll show you the fish again. It looks like a fish, but it's not. It's not a fish. We're getting that. That is from Middle Earthians. Esther, her name is. That is from her choice of color combinations during our live antics. And maybe on Friday or probably next Monday, I think, Liz, you will get Liz's pattern that we're going. When I say Liz's pattern, Liz's color choice, and I've chosen a single crochet stitch. So we'll be creating something using a single crochet stitch, maybe a chain in there somewhere. I think a single crochet might be a tad boring, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just being fussy. But we might pop a few chains in there, or one chain or something to make it a little bit more exciting. But there you go. And we're doing that with Liz's color combination. Thank you, Liz, for choosing today's color combinations. And what else? We are going to be creating, hopefully at some stage during the week, this week, we're going to be creating a little love heart bookmark for, I'm sorry, let's not say love heart bookmark. Let's say a cross bookmark for Easter for those of you who do celebrate that part of Easter. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I know we are buffering. I think we might have to go. I'm starting to see some issues with the channel myself, with the live itself. And I want to thank everyone for coming. Thank you for the excitement about our cardigans that I finally let out. Our secret finally let out. And go ahead and watch First Thursday of the month's video. I'll pop a link to that video in the description box down below. And you can check that video out. It talks about these cardigans and what's happening with these cardigans. Oh, don't go. Oh, don't go, he says. Look, I don't know, David. I can see the video playing up a little bit here, so it might disconnect me anyway. So glad you caught the live again. Thank you for joining us, Spring. And what else I'm going to say? We are going to be working on this jumper very, very soon. Get excited on that one. Again, the concept of making this jumper and that cardigan will help you create that one when you purchase that pattern from the website once it's up and running, which will be a few weeks, maybe a month away for that one. This will be up on the website in a few weeks' time. This won't be up at all. I'm just going to make the pattern on our channel, because this one here I might just use our chest measurement for, I think, and we can work around that one. It's probably a good idea. That's it, guys. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, do all the wonderful things that you guys pretty much already do for me. I am Mary. This is Wild Crochet Designs. You've been watching us here, having some fun, being a little bit silly, a little bit crazy, and I want to see everyone on Wednesdays live. Oh, ciao for now. Be good. Try to be good. Bye all.